2019. When a global pandemic shut down everything, I was in 8th grade, and because I now had so much free time on my hands, I decided to get into some new YouTubers. I was already a fan of YouTube, and because I had previously seen her collaborate with creators I was a fan of at the time, like Joey Graceffa, Shane Dawson, and James Charles, I decided to check out Miranda Sings. Her humor wasn't really for me, but I did find myself watching and enjoying some of her personal main channel vlog videos. Her main channel and her blog stream. Over time, her daily vlogs became a part of my daily routine, and I thought it was awesome. I thought she was awesome. Always promoting charities, having deep conversations through the camera about her struggles. I practically assumed she was the peak of moral high ground. But with what's come out in recent times, I couldn't have been more wrong. And I wasn't the only person fooled. Colleen Ballinger. First ever allegation I saw about Colleen was in a video from McIntyre called Colleen Ballinger Stop Lying. And I believe this was when everything first began. In Adam's video, he broke down how he went from being a fan of Colleen to actually talking to her and not only being manipulated and lied about, but also groomed by her. She made many promises she had no intention of keeping, yet dragged him, at the time, a 13-year-old boy, along through full-on manipulation and grooming. Oh, and the grooming I mentioned? Yeah. She, a 30-something-year-old, sent him, adolescent teenage boy, literal lingerie in the mail because they found his Twitter account really funny.
So again, looking back as a 17-year-old, I'm just really disgusted at the situation and confused, honestly. They went on my Twitter because they thought it was funny, and then they said they had to send me the bra and panties. Here are some clips from that live stream.
Ew! That outfit! Screaming homeschooled Christian University realness.
Adam, Cookie Ballinger said, "Hi, you are such a fashion icon," and tweeted the ugliest picture of me. This is honestly the worst outfit. He's so rude. What made you order these ugly clothes?
Adam!
Those clothes are nasty. He's so rude. Oh my god, he's so sassy. Your Twitter account is making me laugh so much. Oh my god, that makes me laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Adam, do you want the bra and panties? Tweet right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, Adam, let me know what you want. He's in Ireland. Hi, Adam, I love you. Okay. I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, "You're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties." He'll be like, "Mom, don't worry. I watched a boy wear them online first."
Here also, I've included a video that is now on private on my channel, but it is me talking about what happened whenever I met Colleen back in 2016. We had a conversation. Oh no, I remember what happened. We walked up and whenever I was hugging her, she said, "I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie." Yeah, because in her live stream, she said she wanted to send me her lingerie. I'm not lying, she did. Trust me. She hugged me and we were talking and she was like, "I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie." My parents were right behind me, so thanks for that, Colleen. So I did get sent the lingerie and immediately whenever it arrived, my parents were furious. They were so angry and they took it away and I didn't know if they still had it, and I asked my mom did she have it because she knew I was making this video, so she was looking all morning, but she did find it. So I still have this. My mom kept it. I didn't even see these because my mom had just taken them away because she was so shocked. So this was what I was sent. I don't even know, sorry, I don't know which way this goes. This is what I was sent, okay. Am I doing like a haul for you? I don't know. And then, I hate touching it. Then, these. I don't know which way they go, but these as well. So, I was genuinely still surprised that my mum had these, but so that was a big warning sign, but because I was so young, I didn't take it.
In that same video, he also mentioned how she would go into chats with her fans that are literal children to trauma dump about her divorce, about her divorce and other personal problems, and how she finessed her fans for content ideas. It didn't seem all bad from his video, but Certainly overwhelming. Few ups, but a lot more downs. She basically hired Adam to be her unpaid social media intern, tweeting things and replying to fans. And even though she did mention paying him eventually, it never got to that point. The opportunity never arose because Adam, who had access to the Miranda Twitter, tweeted something about gay people as a joke, even though he is gay. She literally approved the tweet before he sent it out, but after it went out, she got some backlash. She put all the blame on him, even though she approved it.
I'm gonna be really honest for a second. I spent that entire day just crying in bed and texting my friends, and my mom and dad were just comforting me the entire day. I was a mess that day. I was completely radio silent on everything. Ask any of my friends from that day. It was such a horrible day. Like, it was so awful. I didn't even get a message from Colleen asking how I was. It was just guilt tripping me that I had done all this to her, almost as if I had planned it or something. So she continued to talk about it. She said, "It's all anyone is talking about. I'm really upset. I would never post something like that, and now everyone thinks I'm homophobic. I'm really upset." So right now she's seemingly taken back all opinions of me, of my tweet ideas, of my input on the account, for her saying thank you for everything you did. It was magical. I'm so happy. The fans, now it's, I would never tweet stuff like that. My fans think I'm homophobic. I can't believe this. And instead of checking in how I was as well, I was just getting short, snappy sentences to guilt me even more. At this stage, I had enough, and my parents had enough, and I sent the following message. "I've logged out and this situation will die down. People know you. They were extremely excited last night. Mob mentality will make them think they have to believe a certain way. I hope you've seen the interaction last night got, and that there's so much more possibility for the character. The fans were just waiting for you to give them that moment. The series on YouTube has all positive comments and feedback. Twitter drama stays on Twitter. I love you so much and this will pass." I got left unread and I was ignored from this point on.
Colleen never replied to him, but he was definitely still on her and her friend's Corey. But yeah, that dude wearing the lingerie in that one kinda eerie live stream is Corey. Pretty sure he lives with her, but I don't know. But they're best friends. Him and Colleen. Apparently, after Adam left the Miranda Twitter, a hate account for Colleen arose and started growing rapidly. And I guess Colleen and Corey believed it was Adam. And they didn't only believe it was Adam, they decided to go out of their way in fan group chats to shit talk Adam behind his back.
So that Twitter account was basically just trolling and attacking Colleen fans, and I was hurt that it was believed that I had done this or even taken part in this. I didn't even know what the account was. First, that Colleen believed that I was behind the account or even a part of it, not even just owning it. And secondly, that Corey felt brave enough to run off and talk about it in DMs. So obviously Colleen had been running her mouth about me since my last DM. Keep in mind, I was crying most days after this because I was so upset that I wasn't hearing anything from her. Now I know that, oh, that's where the time went. I was obviously being talked about in these group chats and information was being fed in. So I sent Colleen this message, and this was my goodbye message to Colleen. And that's hard whenever your room is filled with merchandise for her, with pictures from the concert, with friends you've met from her, pictures of you and them, and all them memories. Being told by multiple people about how you and Corey have been running around saying I run a hate account for people who support you, which is extremely disappointing that your mind even goes to that place. I'm aware and sworn my parents and have screenshots of everything from the past few weeks that Corey has said about me and in relation to you about me in these group chats, and also everything else. But I'd never thought you would stoop that low, especially due to the 17-year age gap. Talk to me in 16 years if a 33-year-old takes advantage of flitting for years, then runs shit talking him on Twitter. You want to play that game? Why do you even bother following me? Do you know how hard that message was to send? To someone that I idolized, to someone I loved. So from Corey sending these messages from then until now, only things I'm seeing on Twitter is filling in the gaps of story of what people don't know. Adam did this, Adam must have done this to Corey, Adam must have done that to Colleen. Oh, Adam obviously ruined his relationship with Colleen by doing this. Oh, Adam obviously ruined his relationship with Corey by doing this. Is he still friendly with the Ballinger? This is all that I've been seeing on Twitter, and that fucking hurts. I was really trying not to swear in this video, but that really hurts. So I had to make this video because people are now slowly finding out that Colleen handed over control of the account to me, and before any other lies about the situation start getting thrown out, I had to put my side across because I'm fed up.
Apparently, after Adam's expose, old videos of Colleen doing blackface surfaced online, and she decided to come out with a video, quote-unquote, addressing everything, where she gave the real reasons why she'd been so adamant on promoting fighting racism. It's because she changed. I'm not using too many air quotes. She's just a shitty person.
A few years later, we realized how stupid and hurtful the video was, and we deleted it. Not out of fear of getting caught, but out of fear that someone would find it and it would hurt them because it's wrong. I have grown and learned so much from my ignorant mistakes as a teenager, and I've done everything I can to right my wrongs. Now, this video was brought to light right after I had posted a video on my vlog channel last week with my friend Todrick talking about racism and how it is still very much a problem in our world today and how we need to fight against it. People were saying, how dare I talk about racism when I said these things 14 years ago? And to you, I say, that is the exact reason why I should be talking about racism and why I should be standing up against it, because I was one of the dumb ones who said that stupid thing and grew from it and learned from it and realized how hurtful it could be. And now I want to right my wrongs and make a difference so that other people don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was a kid.
Now, I understand the logic, but notice how she's acting like everything happened in the past. That's probably why she started the video with it, because even if it's really bad, if you did it 14 years ago, it can't still be that bad, right? Well, she might not still be racist, but she still seems to be a child predator, which we'll get into in a second.
Editor me here. She also got in trouble for like fat shaming people, and there was a bunch of other problematic videos for past. So it wasn't just blackface, but that's probably like the biggest thing. But a lot of terrible stuff that she did. Wait, Angie talked to Kit. Don't trust her.
She continues by trying to raise awareness.
If you continue to speak up when you see someone doing something or saying something wrong, it can make a difference. As I grew up, I learned that those words were hurtful and I stopped using them. But there are still people in our world currently who are saying racist, homophobic, sexist, body-shaming things that need to stop. They need to be called out because they can change. I'm living proof of it. And my ignorant words from my past just make me that much more passionate to help the people that my words might have hurt.
Which, once again, I agree that we should call people out that do bad stuff. But number one, she definitely didn't change, at least not fully. And number two, raising awareness for what you're under fire for kind of seems like a cop-out. I don't know. Maybe hit me up again when I get canceled and my view will have changed, but I feel like you should just leave the internet. Maybe my take was bad on that, but moving on with her apology, Colleen did give more context about the lingerie she sent Adam. The clothes were apparently unused, and the entire point of that stream her and Corey were doing was to give away new clothes from Forever 21. And she initially forgot to send it to him, but he literally tweeted at her for them, which gives some more context, but it's still a problematic situation. And speaking of tweeted,
a couple months ago, he reached out to me and brought up the fact that the Miranda accounts hadn't been as active as they used to be and how he wanted to help me do more social media stuff. So he sent me a whole bunch of edited photos that he had in a folder ready to go for Miranda. He told me about a bunch of funny tweets he wanted to post, and he let me know that he had experience working in social media. He really vetted for himself, and because I'd known him for so many years, I was overexhausted and I don't have all the time I used to have to run all my social media. I thought, you know what, this might be a good situation to test run this and see if this could work out. This wouldn't be the first time I had hired a fan. I love hiring my fans for many reasons. One, they're super freaking talented. Two, they know me better than anybody. And three, I love supporting their dreams and passions in any way that I can. I've hired my fans to design merch. I've hired fans to go on tour with me. I've hired fans to edit things for me. And how hiring my employees works is I usually do a little test run to see how it goes. If it goes well, then I hire them officially through my company and they are paid legally through the corporation. It was no different for him. I wanted to do a little test run. If it went well, then I wanted to hire him. So I gave him access to my account and he started tweeting stuff for me. And pretty quickly, there was a tweet that was posted that was problematic. This was my fault. He sent me a very long list of a ton of different things he wanted to post, and I did not look over it closely enough. I did not review it closely enough. I remember the moment when I saw all of these things. I was breastfeeding my son, and I kind of just scrolled through and was like, yeah, go for it. Have fun. I trust you. And when he posted it, I put zero blame on him at all. It was my fault. I knew better than to let someone else tweet for me.
not replying to him, telling him you're stressed. She may not have directly put the blame on him, but Come on.
I should have reviewed closely every single thing that was going to come out of Miranda's mouth. I let him know that I loved him. He did a great job. It was my fault, not his. I publicly apologized for the tweet. I deleted the tweets that were posted that weren't posted from me. I let him know that I was upset, that people were disappointed in me, and then he said he logged out of the account, and that was the end of it. That was the last I heard from him until he sent me the message saying he was really upset with me, and that is when I then responded and got the message from his mom. I care about him so much, just like I care about all my fans that I've interacted with over the years, and I wish him nothing but success and happiness and love. I don't know what he's going through right now, but I don't want him to hurt anymore. He made it very clear in his video that he wants to move on from this and be separated from this whole situation. So let him have that, and let me have the same. It absolutely breaks my heart to see people saying negative things about me interacting with my fans based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages. So yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. I love supporting them, supporting their passions, learning about them in the same way that you like to do that for me. To me, you aren't just my fans, you're my friends. We all have seen me cry way too many times on this channel about things I probably should have kept to myself. I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong, or asked me how I'm feeling, or try to console me when I'm feeling down. I definitely have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead. There are plenty of other stupid mistakes I've made in my past that I've learned from and grown from. There are plenty of other jokes I've made in my career that seemed appropriate at the time, but now I realize were never appropriate to begin with. I've learned from these things, and I will continue to learn from them and grow from them to become the best me that I can possibly be.
That's basically the end of the apology, but your fans aren't your friends. Inherently. I mean, they can like become friends, I guess, but what she's talking about is called parasocial relationships. Anyways, at this point in time, I'm not gonna lie, I was still a pretty big fan of Colleen. It might have been because like I was so into watching her videos that I just like tried to ignore stuff, or maybe it was because, I don't know, but that apology kind of wasn't that bad, at least compared to everything else on the internet. Aside from the lies, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. There was too much fluff, but compared to her new apology, it's miles ahead. Her new apology, let's talk about it. Okay, my script is all messed up, but first thing to talk about, new apology. She posted on her vlog channel. Literally has 5 million less subscribers than her main channel. I get why she didn't post it on her Miranda Sings channel, because it's not really Miranda Sings. It's like a personal thing. But definitely should have posted on your main channel. I think she thought it wasn't gonna maybe get as much attention as she posted on her second channel. But considering the fact that it has way more views than any of her other recent videos on any of her channels, including Miranda Sings, pretty positively say she was wrong. But anyway, I'm not even going to try to call it an apology. It's closer to a musical act. She pulled out a freaking uke. What the fuck? It came after more was uncovered about her conversations with minors, and more overall evidence was released to really show how creepy she was being. Like this video of her literally spreading a fan's leg at her show for a art joke. I'm pretty sure it's the girl. The girl from that notorious video posted a video on TikTok talking about her experience, so I'll play it now.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video, and this video has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the porn bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, is only a screenshot, but there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatory way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage. So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue. And I'm not saying this was sexual assault, although people are debating that in that comment section, but as someone who has been sexually assaulted, this situation gave me that same feeling where it feels like you need to purge and like clean out your insides, you know, just that nasty, gross feeling. There's a couple comments on Xander's video being like, oh, she signed up for that, why is this such a big deal, blah blah blah. Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety at this show. As an outsider looking into this situation, it may seem like this wasn't a big deal, but this was really pretty scary for my teenage self, and especially as someone who loved and looked up to Colleen. And I could never say anything because everybody loved her. But this is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about taking your kids to a Miranda show, I would advise you to think twice because you may come back with years of trauma, and I don't wish that on anyone.
Anyways, even though there's undeniable proof that she even acknowledged in her musical performance, she denied any blame, saying how people are lying and comparing her being outed as a literal child groomer to a toxic gossip train headed to the manipulation station. Not gonna lie, kinda bars. And yes, I've had that stuck in my head, but still, overall, horrible apology. She literally titled it high, and she only said sorry twice in the video. I'll play those clips now.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect...
Oh, so I probably shouldn't be dancing.
Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
There's a lot to dissect there, but none of it was her taking accountability, so I don't really care. Your shirt today. Currently editing, and there's a few more things I wanted to throw in that I did not priorly mention. First of all, Colleen's shows, like her live concerts, which she did a lot as both Miranda and as Colleen, they're kind of extremely sexual. I haven't like watched a full one, but I've seen that she makes sex jokes, which like if the sex jokes go over the kids' heads, it's one thing, but I've heard they're pretty blatant, which is kind of nasty to make. Like, it's one thing if like in a kid's show when they make a sex joke and like you don't know what they're saying, but like the kid, like stuff that doesn't make sense goes over the kids' heads, but the parents can enjoy it. Cool, but if it's blatant, not cool. Also, at the shows, I heard there was a porn segment and there was the yoga segment, which you saw from the fans from the video where they did that thing. Also, this same challenge happened to more than one person. It's just, I guess she's like the most famous person for it, the most like notorious yoga challenge competitor, I guess. And apparently, as I mentioned, there was a porn segment, which is crazy.
All it takes is a little breeze and I'll see all the bits. So this is a very good example of what you don't want to dress like. So this is porn. What's your name? Grace. Exactly. So, first type of porn is clothing, okay? This is example. Not porn, porn. Not porn, porn. There are two ways to get rid of porn clothing. One, you can dress like Sarah or me here and look appropriate. The other one is I have created a device that will help my Murfandas. It's called the anti-porn unicorn, okay? So I have these unicorn horns that I'm going to wear. And now I am the anti-porn unicorn, okay? So whenever you are seeing anything that is being porn, you can just be like, stop it! Hit them right in the porn areas to get rid of the porn, and that'll do the trick, okay? So those are the ways to get rid of porn. Do you guys understand porn clothing? Yeah! Okay, good. Thank you. Give them a round of applause.
Maybe it's because I'm editing this at 3 a.m., but I don't think so. That was fucking creepy. And we got to ignore the fact that they're fans, because, like, that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if they're fans. That's still crazy.
Insane. And last thing is she used to do charity streams pretty frequently. And I watched this video from Paige Christie that was really good. It was called The Dark Side of Colleen Ballinger Philanthropy, the Charity Fraud Scandal, where she basically broke down how Colleen doesn't directly, like, put the donation link to the charity. She instead uses a third party that takes a bunch of fees. And really, if she wanted to, she could be taking money too. So indirectly, or maybe directly, I can't 100% say she's taking money from her charity streams, but she is indirectly taking money away from the charity. If that makes sense. Which is pretty bad. So, yeah. Anyways, a lot of stuff about her has come out since and is still coming out. Like screenshots that prove Colleen also sent fellow YouTuber Trisha Paytas' nudes out to minors, which is insane. Pretty sure that's literally illegal and 100% sure that's disgusting. The thing that makes it even worse is that Colleen literally started a podcast with Trisha, and the last video on her main channel, because she didn't post her apology on there, is a mukbang with Trisha. So, not only is she seemingly an unconvicted child predator, but she's also a liar and fake friend. Trish came out with a video cutting ties with Colleen.
I'm not going to speak on this again. I will never speak on Colleen again. She just does not exist to me anymore. And this is not me canceling her. She'll always be around. I'm sure she'll be fine. Just publicly disavowing any association I have with her.
And the story isn't over because things keep coming out. Like a former employee of her on her Netflix show, Haters Back Off, alleged racist behavior, with the article saying, writer April Chiordo Quian recalled Ballinger wanting to limit the number of non-white extras in the show out of concerns that they would be distracting. She also alleged the YouTuber transformed an Asian grocery store into a normal one for the show, noting that Ballinger expressed disgust at the Asian shit in the shop. Oh, and we can't forget a newly recovered video for doing blackface while performing to Beyonce. Now, I'm not talking about the one I was talking about earlier. There's another video. So, definitely not who she depicted herself as in 2019. And it's not only her. Colleen Ballinger's brother, Trent, allegedly had an inappropriate friendship with a minor. Basically, this Twitter user by the name of Oliver released tons of screenshots showing that Trent was talking to a minor and not just talking, but saying some weird things, like asking if they wanted kids, calling them pretty and cute, and even at one point requesting a video and pictures of Oliver to Oliver. Oliver posted this video to their Twitter.
So a lot of people have been asking for proof, and while obviously I'm not going to go back and find every single message and show you, because that would be a lot of messages, here's proof that we messaged, and this was one of the more alarming messages, I guess. Yeah, and then I can click here, and it's him right here. Yep.
Along with Colleen and Trent, Christopher, Colleen's other brother, who, to be fair, seems to be the best out of all of these. He also runs a family vlog channel, and even though I haven't seen too much about him, family vlog channels get exposed all the time for exploiting their children. And even though I can't say that this is happening, I wouldn't necessarily rule it out. But yeah, between her family, interactions with minors, blatant racism, and overall fakeness towards not only her friends, but also her quote-unquote friends, like Trisha, and who knows who else, Colleen definitely isn't who I thought she was in 2019. I'm gonna pray for her child. Okay, but the song slaps, so I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed. I'm changing up my content style, so I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe, like the video, and check out my other channel where I've been posting IRL content. This channel is called Danny Petey Boy. That one's just Petey Boy. Also, please follow Adam McIntyre, because he was the one who talked about a bunch of this stuff, his experience with Colleen, all that stuff. Trisha Paytas, all those people. Definitely recommend following them. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, you can't trust 33-year-old women that put lipstick on their skin. Don't trust them.